Hello everyone out there in Mr. Arnold's GLN4O class. Today we are looking at the How to Adult portfolio, and specifically the last item on the checklist, which is the Allies and Supports requirement. To access the checklist, as usual, you go up to the nav bar in Brightspace and click on the checklist icon. You will then be brought to the checklist page, and to access that checklist you click on the How to Adult portfolio, and within that portfolio you can then see all of the items that are there. So this is Unit 6, and the task that we are looking at today is checklist item number 5, Allies and Supports. Remember that when you complete this checklist item, to check the box like so. Since I have not completed the item yet, I am not going to check that. So if you check something by accident, you can always uncheck it by clicking on the box for a second time. So we now see that there is a Google document that you can open and make a copy of entitled Unit 6, Checklist Item Number 5, Allies and Supports. Since this is my document, it is not going to ask me to make a copy, but for the sake of this video, I am going to make a copy. So you will be required to do so. You do not have to ask for sharing permission. Simply go to File, make a copy, and then remember to name the copy instead of naming yourself Copy Of again. There we go. So now I have a copy of my Allies and Supports document. Good stuff. The first piece is that I'm going to double click onto the area in the header entitled Career Opportunity, because my career opportunity is from my job profile. So you've already copied and pasted the link for your job profile in step 1 of the checklist. I'm going to go back to that now. And my career opportunity is bicycle mechanic. Leave that job profile open because you'll need it for the skills later. Alrighty. So the first thing that I know is that my first ally and support is Mrs. Gitter down in the guidance office. And this is what's called a professional ally or support. Professional. So I'm looking for one professional and one personal. So the second ally or support could be my dad, Patrick Arnold. Could also be someone I know who works at a bike shop. That's my friend Taylor, and so on. And they can help me with both of those items. So how do I know them? This is my guidance counselor. And yes, you can use this example, but obviously your other examples within this are going to be slightly different. The next is to look at a skills gap. So you can find one specific skill for your skills gap by going into here, scrolling down on skills, and seeing any information down here. So I know that I am going to need some help with inspecting, or I would say restoring. So I'm going to go and click the question mark, and I know that I might need some help with this. I know how to replace worn or broken parts, but adjusting and testing for function, appearance, operation, or safety, I'm going to copy that chunk there, and I'm going to put that in here. That's a skill that I need to know. Alright, and how can they help me? Perhaps they can help me find a college course. Personal management skills. So you already know personal management skills. This is something that you've done a couple of times, and these are some possible skills that they can help you with. I know that to enhance those personal management skills, a tool that we used for that in the past was my blueprint, and specifically goal setting. That there's an entire part of goal setting in my blueprint that she can help me with. Finally, as far as networking goes, she might know Mr. Arnold, who runs the bike program here at the school. He's a bike mechanic, and right. So that's an example of a professional one. If you have any questions about this, please let me know, specifically about the skills gap part, or the personal management skills, or the networking part. Thanks very much for listening, and I will talk to you all real soon.